Nice, there we go. What a day. We ain't gonna be streaming for too long. We're only gonna get like an hour and a half streaming. But we are gonna be hunting for Totodile. We'll be surpassing 1,000 encounters for the shiny. That'll be exciting. We got a poll up on the YouTube, by the way. If you think we'll get Wailord before 20,000 encounters, leave a yes on the poll on YouTube. And if you don't think so, if you think we're gonna pass 20,000 encounters, leave a no. It's kind of crazy to think that we're already almost at 20,000, you know? I do wish the loading right here would be just a smidgen bit faster for Heart Gold, Soul Silver, you know? And then it'd be much better. I was watching some YouTube earlier and I did do some Blitzel off stream. We did about 1,500 encounters for Blitzel, no shiny. So I was definitely wrong yesterday when I said I was feeling like next time we do Blitzel, we were gonna find a shiny. So we stopped at 6,000 encounters. Probably tomorrow we'll do some more Blitzel. And the goal will of course be to get to odds or find a shiny. This is some good music. This is Aimed Ahead. They do wonderful music. It's all copyright free. Perfect. I'm sure they got like AI generated thumbnails. Pretty sure the music's probably AI generated too. But I ain't complaining, it sounds good. 2 Wailords on screen. I love not being able to escape from a freaking Wailord, bro. Man, last night I had one of my dogs sleeping with me. Well, they both sleep with me in the bed, but one of them slept like right next to my head. I'm intentionally avoiding saying her name simply so that she doesn't wake up. But she like slept right here, and her head came right here. Oh my goodness, super cute. But at the same time, like she was actively. It felt like she was forcing her head down. Like, holy moly, like I could not move unless I like tried really hard. I don't know if it's just that sleepy weight or if she was actively pushing her, like forcing her head to stay down on top of me. I don't know which one it was. But, oh my goodness. Another Wailord, nice. Oh, look at that right one. That's pretty nice. It's like bricks. I like that. That looks pretty cool. Gotta practice my posture. I'm gonna go into the therapist or the guy tomorrow, chiropractor, and he's gonna be like, "Are you doing your neck exercises?" I have not been. Interesting. Need to work on that black screen too. See, the top screen goes black and then the bottom screen has like the start menu. And so when I see the black screen, I tend to not press any buttons because I'm like, oh, it's just loading. And it's not loading. Bro, we got a lot of Wailords on screen. I'm loving it. And of course it doesn't let me escape. You know what's driving me crazy? Once we hit 1,000 encounters on Totodile, we're gonna stop because I want to do some research for just a second before we continue. It's driving me absolutely bonkers. I wonder what my next phase will be if I get Spinnerack or not in the Emerald Safari. $982. 992. $9.94. $9.98. Let's go. All right. Close these for just a minute, and then we're gonna look up RNG frames per fan. Is there an RNG explanation for dummies? I'm gonna pause the music for just a second so I can read out loud. All right. 408 hours into Sapphire Cart, batteries long dead, and after 3 of my shiny and Zigzagoon had identical build stats, nature, gender, and 2 Whirlpool who are also identical. Started wanting to know a shiny determination had some kind of succeed. Also seems to feed me a shiny Zigzagoon approximately 2 to 10 hours after I find another shiny, but that's another story. Start reading only RS only guides on Reddit, blah blah blah, shiny encounter manipulation. On dead battery, seeds, IV natures of most Pokemon are predictable. Resetting your console and hitting the same frame will give you the same Pokemon. TID, SID will make some Pokemon IDs shiny. Hitting these frames will always result in shiny Pokemon because of the first 3 bullets. Have a look at this wiki, for example. Introduction to RNG abuse. RNG mechanics, maybe? Gen 7, Gen 5, Gen 4, Gen 3, Emerald RNG Manip Guide. Eggs, wild Pokemon, bread, general information. Let's start with wild Pokemon. Red selection. Synchronize. Very useful Pokemon to have set while resetting for wild Pokemon as a synchronizer. Wailord on screen, nice. What's up, Abyssal? How are you doing? Synchronize, sweet set, calibrating and soft resetting, fishing, soft resetting, rock smash, calibration and soft resetting. They don't talk about that. Introduction and general preparations, credits, introductions. If you are near an NPC, the frame dictates which way they turn. If a Pokemon is frozen, the frame decides whether or not it will thaw. If you are near an NPC, the frame dictates which way they turn. Tiny Pokemon RNG reporter, blah blah blah. In-game preparations, Emerald battle videos. Credits. Okay, so that didn't really tell me anything at all. How do NPCs affect frames in Pokemon Gen 3? How is the movement of NPCs calculated in 3rd gen? I'm fine, just can't decide what I want to do. I'm getting tired of shiny hunting, but I don't know if I want to stop. If you're starting to get tired, I'd say take a small break, you know? Play some other games, and then come back. There's times when I get burnt out. It would be much better, my humble opinion, that you take a break if you're starting to get tired. And then maybe like tomorrow you're like, okay, well, I'm ready to get back to Pokemon again. And then you start shiny hunting again tomorrow or something. Rather than you just continuing to push through to grind for your shiny Pokemon and then you're like, all right, I'm done. And then you take an even longer break, you know. Obviously you do your thing, but that's just me. Even if it's still Pokemon related, like doing a playthrough or something. Did some research on RNG in 3rd gen. There's a difference between GBA frames and real endgame frames, which are bound to RNG values. Each time RNG is used, a new random value is written in the memory at a specific location, therefore a new real endgame frame begins. A GBA frame may contain more than one real endgame frame. For example, the movement of a NPC will take 2 to 3 real in-game frames, which all are happening in one GBA frame. How is the movement of NPCs calculated? It somehow uses RNG to determine the direction an NPC moves, but I cannot detect a scheme. I do not know how to disassemble the game code, which contains the instructions that are performed when a character's move is calculated. Any help is appreciated. Updates. Try to find relation between RNG values and GBA frames. The NPC movement is performed in, but without any success. So search for relevant code parts and disassembly projects of Ruby and Fire Red, which caused the NPC movement, but again with no success. Disassembly of the game might be better to read through PokeRuby since that has more C code. Interesting. This would be... I wonder how much C code I could read. I've been practicing Java and Python. Ooh, another Wailord on screen. Nice. And I'm curious to see what it would be like to try and read C code. I've also been debating if I should try and do code on stream, like if people would be interested in seeing coding, or if that, because that's a lot of like typing and numbers, so maybe people aren't really interested in that. TID is just your initial sheet. You can use it to RNG manipulate or RNG starters. Speedrunners do it all the time. I don't know that it gives enough info to let you know your SID. Also, NPCs don't really need to be calculated into it. They don't really mess with frame advancement. The frame advances by 1 to 2 every time an NPC decides to move, and by frame I mean real in-game frame, aka the RNG value which determines the SID and the PID. The AI answer. In Gen 3 NPCs, specifically their movements can advance game's random number generator frames. This means that the actions of NPCs like walking can affect the outcome events determined by the RNG, such as Pokemon encounters and their characteristics. So me placing my games by NPCs, while it would have been sick, could potentially be sabotaging my Wailord hunt. Which is really difficult. The thing that I'm struggling with here, the thing that I'm having an issue with, is they say it advances the frames. But these encounters are like anywhere from a minute to 20 minutes in between encounters. So it's not like theoretically I shouldn't be missing encounters because there's so much time in between each encounter. I should still be getting the encounter. Because I'm sitting here hopping. So even if this, like, look at game number 3, for example. The third one to the right. Second to the right. The one with the red and yellow. Even if that NPC is running circles around me, or squares, and he is advancing my frames, I'm sitting here waiting for an encounter. So even if he's advancing frames, in my mind, since I'm not getting encounters right now, I should be getting any encounter that he's advancing to. And that's what I'm trying to solve right now. Am I somehow sabotaging my encounters, even though I'm not getting encounters? Am I potentially missing encounters? Are the NPCs intentionally making me miss encounters during these windows where I'm not getting encounters? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Oh, wow. And I forgot, since we're on the DS games, that because I close my DSs, they go widescreen. I'm so used to GBA games where they stay on even if you close the DS. What is this accolade thing? Let's see what this video is.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like getting Bateman when you need Batman.
Stop. Whoa, cat lady. Time out.
Nice fanny bag.
Thank you. Rude.
Don't settle for just any insurance.
Why didn't the hiker notice you passing by him? Well, the reason you bonk into the walls while riding your bike is because for some reason in Gen 3, the animation that plays when you turn directions is super long, like 8 frames long. But you can skip the animation by turning while you're not moving. So by ramming your bike into the wall here, you can dismount, which takes 3 frames, and turn to face upwards, skipping the animation entirely. But how did the hiker spinner not notice the player run by him? In short, the answer is through spinner manipulation. But to understand how that works, you need to know how spinner mechanics work. But before we dive into that rabbit hole though, I just want to say I started this speedrunning series because I really like learning about niche gaming stuff, and I'm really glad you guys are all open-minded enough to find this stuff as interesting as I do. So thanks for 15k subs. I don't know what our community will look like in the next couple months or even years, but we're early in the journey and I always got some big stuff planned for the future. So in order to learn more, I read this document by Kurt. If for some reason you like reading, the link is in the description if you want to follow along. Every Pokemon generation has different mechanics for how these spinners move around, but for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to focus on Emerald because it's complicated enough. Put simply, there's 2 things every spinner trainer needs to know: how many different directions they can turn, and how long they have to wait before they can turn again. So let's start with the delay. Basically, there's trainers with short delay, which means they can wait 32, 48, 64, or 80 frames before turning a different direction. Then there's medium delay, which means you can wait 32, 64, 96, or 128 frames before turning a different direction. And then there's, So basically, if you're a short delay bug catcher spinner trainer, you might be facing up and then 32 frames later pick a different direction. The caveat here is that you can technically pick the same direction, like turning left even though you're already facing left. So it would look like you haven't turned.
This is so complicated to understand. Anybody else, like, just... That doesn't seem to be giving me the answers I need, by the way. That seems to be more focused on just telling me how I can speedrun past NPCs that go in circles, which is useful if I was speedrunning, but I'm not trying to speedrun. RNG frame advancement, that's Pokemon Black. But maybe it's got some information. Can you answer, please? There are two different RNGs at work. Saving advances the frame by 1, and turning or taking steps advances it somewhat inconsistently. But following the exact same path will result in the exact same number of advances each time. I don't know. Ba 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 ba. Wandering NPCs like those near the daycare also advance the PID RNG, so unless you also take those steps and pick up the egg with the exact same timing each time, and hence get the exact same advancements, you're stuck with needing Chatot or saving an absurd number of times for PID RNG advancement for eggs. What are wandering NPCs? Any NPCs that move will do so in one of two ways. Fixed, they always follow the same pattern. They don't advance either RNG. So if that's true, then game number 3, the one with the red border, should not be advancing my RNG because it's following the exact same path every single time. However, the NPCs in game 1 and 4 no. The NPC in game 1 should be advancing my RNG. But games 3 and 4 shouldn't, because 3 and 4 are both following a set path of going in the same direction. But game 1, you see how it's turning. This is complicated stuff. All this for a freaking purple whale. You know? You think I should just be safe and not stand by any NPCs? Should I just be safe and do that? Ruby Sapphire Painting RNG Guide. This will be useful for later. Actually, I wonder why it says that. You don't know? Yeah. I'm thinking I should probably be safe. I thought it'd be really cool and unique to like position each of my games by an NPC. But it unfortunately sounds like I'm potentially sabotaging myself. Kind of sucks, you know? I'm gonna reset. Yeah. But that's a lot of knowledge dump, Abyssal. How are you doing today? Let's put on the music again. So what made you decide that you're tired of the games? I mean, it makes sense, right? Because you've been doing a lot of shiny hunting. Oh, Repel's effect wore off. Max Repel. How much money does this game have? 100,000. I should probably go buy potions, right? Do I have a fly Pokemon? Fly. Yeah, let's do it. Let's just go fly, pick up some potions, and then we'll come back. I just did too much, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. We can get these games open again. Buy hyper potions. You got any other games? Do you have like a backlog of games that you haven't been able to play lately that you could do? It might be good to take a break and do that. Just gonna take a minute. This is probably one of the hardest things to do in my hunt. Come on, game. Oh my gosh. Come on, game. You can do it. Dude. There we go. Trying Zelda mini-ish... Minish cap? Mini... Interesting. I'm gonna guess that's the name of a... Oh. Dang, look at that. 3 Wailords. Alright, let's do this. 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh. This is ridiculous. Alright. There we go. Damn it. Let's fix that. Oh my gosh, it's a tentacle. That's a 1% encounter rate. Oh my gosh, dude. Say hey hey. Now on the GBA Online thing for the Switch, but I'm kind of lost. Huh. Activate repel. Save game. Alright, none of my games are by characters. Oh look, there's Tanya in the background. Tanya Bear! Oh, I love how she looks at me like that. What are you doing? What are you doing, girly? Do you need to go outside? Alright. Alright. Is there a way I could get to 4? Oh. There we go. But even at 4, it doesn't even give me... Come on, just a little bit more. There we go. There we go. Alright, so even at 4, it doesn't let me get Wailord and Totodile on the same screen. Oh, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Well, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna find shiny Totodile right now. I've enabled the cheats. The hacks are live. Shiny Totodile right now. Y'all think I should only Masuda method? Should I Masuda method for 3 shiny Grookies to complete the Rillaboom line? Or do y'all think I should do 1 Masuda and then do like 1 or 2 wild encounters in Gen 9? What do y'all think? Oh, you know what? Is the Pokemon Home event thing still around for where you could get the Grookey, the Scorbunny, and the Sobble? Can you still do that? And if so, can they still be shiny, or did they like re-release them to be shiny locked? That might be a cool video. You don't think so? Oh, too bad. Something I should have done in the moment. I was thinking about this because, so I think about Pokemon a lot, especially since I'm trying to make my own game, and I kind of think of what I would change to Pokemon. And I was thinking, you know, you've got Ho-Oh, which is fire and flying, and it's like a firebird, you know? So I was thinking, how would I make Ho-Oh even better? And the first thing that I was starting to think of is like, okay, well, it's fire, flying, maybe I should give it like a drought ability for one of its abilities. And then I was like, that would be cool, but you got Groudon, and if Primal Groudon returns, like, Ho-Oh is once again useless. So what could you do? Not useless, that's kind of harsh, but once again not as useful, or it gets relegated to the back by something else. So what could you do to make Ho-Oh better? And I was thinking, what if you turned it into, like, well, you could go one of 2 ways for it. And the second way I was just thinking of right now, it just popped into my head right now, but the first way I was thinking about it the other day, and it's what if you made it into a super healer, you know? It's ability, and it's got some extra moves that are really good at healing its teammates, and it could play as more like a supportive legendary role, which is not something you really see too often. Like, Cresselia is kind of the only one. I guess you could also say the majority of the mask, or sorry, let me rephrase that. It would be the only support restricted legend, right? Because let's go through the list and make sure. Gen 1, Mewtwo's obviously offensive. Gen 2 is Lugia and Ho-Oh. Gen 3, you've got Groudon, Kyogre, Rayquaza, which are more geared to offense, but I guess you could say they're support because of their weather abilities. Gen 4, Palkia, Dialga, and Giratina. I'd say all of them are offensive, or meant to be offensive. Gen 5 is what? The 2 dragons, Reshiram and Zekrom. And Kyurem, I think. That's definitely meant to be offensive. Gen 6, you've got Zygarde, you've got the fairy deer, and then you've got the Yveltal. Pretty sure they're supposed to be super offensive as well. I mean, the deer, what is it called? Zygarde, Yveltal, and what is it? I don't know why I can't think of its name right now. But anyways, then Gen 7, what is Gen 7's legendaries? Oh, one of them is the Night Pokemon with the bat wings, and then the other one is Solgaleo. Those two are definitely offensive. Oh, and then there's the other one, the Prism Pokemon. I have no idea about that one. I think that one's also offensive. Never heard of them being shiny? Oh, you should, switch Cheese in the Discord. He said he got his shiny. It's like one of his favorite shinies that he got, or most valuable shinies, because he wasn't even trying for it. But yeah, there's a chance that when you do it, they're shiny. The only issue is, of course, it's one per account, so that would be one of those hunts where you have to make a new account, check if it's shiny. If it's not shiny, then delete and make a new account, etc., etc. But anyways, you could make it a healing Pokemon, and it's flames or heals. The other thing you could do is you could make it all about luck, like kind of Serene Grace, but more of a legendary feel to it, you know? And the only reason why I was thinking that just now is because, ooh, I like this little crevice. Oh wait, I'm not in Route 130 anymore, am I? Oh, I'm so dumb. Yeah, the only reason why I was thinking you could make Ho-Oh like luck-based and all about luck is that whole idea of wishes. Whenever you see a Ho-Oh, the rainbow feather. Why is my game not bunny hopping? There we go. You could have it with the wing, with its feathers of luck. Don't know why I was thinking about it. It just randomly popped in my head yesterday. I was thinking about it. I was like, man, that would be pretty cool. Plantain. Shiny Mew. Shiny Rhydon. Bro, some of these people, like, I don't know if it's luck, or if they have a lot of systems, or they just do a lot of hunting. But there's this one person that I follow on X. She gets, pretty sure it's a she at least, but she gets like 10 shinies a month in old gen, full odds. It is crazy. I'm over here like the kid from, what is it? The Christmas Story? A Christmas Carol? Please, may I have a shiny? Oh, tomorrow, by the way, We are gonna have the Wailords going, but we are also going to start Coliseum playthrough. First ever Coliseum playthrough. Oh, man. We're gonna do that because, what do you call it? I need to... Oh, the doggos want to come inside. 1 second. What a good girl. Don't want some treat? Oh, yeah. You're gonna have to cut that jump now. Alright. Sit. Look at how good they are. They both sit. Chloe's tail's a wagging like crazy. Alright. A little bit of a big piece. Hey. Good girls. The other week when we went to the farmer's market, we got them some special all-natural dog jerky treats. I know it was really fuzzy, but, you know, whatever. Good girl. She is like so into the area where she was just chewing on that tree. She ain't even paying attention to me. Oh, good girl, Chloe. What are you doing? Here comes Tanya Bear. Come here, Tanya. Good girl. Yes. A good little doggies. What a good girl. What good girls.
A real Etsy buyer review for handmade home decor by a real Etsy
Oh
seller.
my goodness, they knew exactly what I needed. They knew I needed an Etsy review on...
By real people. Shop the Etsy.
I don't even know what that was. That is the AI reading my data and knowing exactly what I need. Look at her. Super short stream today. I know, I apologize, but I promised my grandmother I was gonna go pick her up. So I'm gonna go do that. I'm not gonna be back tonight because I'm gonna be grilling and everything. I gotta clean the house and play with the doggos. But tomorrow after the chiropractor, after my chiropractor exam, I should be home at noon. I'm gonna watch a little bit of YouTube and all that good stuff. But I'll be streaming tomorrow. And like I said, we're gonna start the Coliseum grind. But we'll do a couple more real fast. Just to see if we pull something crazy out of a hat. Look at her. Look at that tail go. Yeah? Yeah? Are you a happy girl? Come here. Good girl. Mwah. What a happy girl. Oh yes, you love the butt scratches, don't you? Oh yes, butt scratches. The doggos love the butt scratches. Alright everybody, we're gonna call it there so I can go. Oh wait, we got a Wailord on screen. What is it? Blue, of course. Alright, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a wonderful night. Bye. Sorry it was so short today.